According to a recent Federal Reserve survey, over half of American millionaires made their second million in less than 4 years, often faster than it took to build their very first. But how did ordinary people, starting from scratch and staring down the same financial anxieties as everyone else, end up compounding their net worth at an accelerating pace while most never reach $500,000? If you have ever scrolled through Instagram wondering why the wealth gap keeps growing, or lie awake dreading another month of choosing between groceries and gas, stick around. Today on Money Masters, I'm not just going to reveal the 5 unstoppable systems that make this millionaire acceleration possible, but I'll show you the concrete numbers, the psychology, and the hidden rules that nearly all self-made millionaires use. Plus, you'll get the exact case study and compounding math you need to finally crack the code. Ready to learn why your first million is the slowest, but the next can come in a fraction of the time, without grinding yourself into the ground? Let's dive in. Let's set the scene. Picture yourself scrolling relentlessly through social media, seeing people your age flashing luxury cars, posting photos from 5-star hotels, and claiming they've figured out financial freedom while you're counting coins. Trying to cover this week's essentials, that gap between scraping by and reaching that magical 7-figure milestone can feel colossal. But here's what hardly anyone admits. For most self-made millionaires, the time it takes to build the second million is less than a third of what it took to build the third million? Even faster, and it keeps accelerating. According to the IRS data book, millionaire taxpayers on average double their net worth at an increasingly rapid pace after hitting that initial threshold. Comment mindset if you've ever felt stuck behind, or type system if you're ready to build serious wealth. I want to see where everyone's at. Now, before we break this all down, let's answer the question you're probably wrestling with late at night. Why does getting the first million feel like bailing out an ocean with a bucket, yet the next pile up faster and faster? The answer isn't about eating ramen for 20 years, nor is it just about working harder. It's about mastering 5 repeatable systems that millionaires use. Systems I'll reveal today. Each system comes with its own mindset, mechanics, and mathematical edge, making each million easier than the last. So let's go step by step. And stick around for system number 4. That's the real game changer. Step 1. Build money muscle memory through deliberate financial education. Think about learning to drive. When you first start, you're hyper-aware of every move, signal, mirrors, softly brake, steer. Over time, your brain triggers these actions almost automatically. Money is the same. At the beginning, every dollar earned, spent, or invested feels risky and overwhelming. Most people make costly mistakes, panic selling during downturns, chasing investment trends, draining emergency savings for a fleeting want. Vanguard's 2022 study found that 67% of first-generation millionaires identified early financial errors as the main cost of their wealth tuition. You're not flawed if you fumbled early on. These are the lessons you pay for, and over years, something clicks. You develop money muscle memory. Suddenly you can spot bad investments instantly, redirect new money toward real assets without agonizing over every expense. You know when to say yes and, more importantly, when to say no. This system of learned instinctive discipline is irreplaceable. It's the thing that transforms people from struggling checkbook balancers to confident investors. But there's a double-edged sword here, one most don't address. When you're starting out, fear is constant. Every dollar invested feels like betting your future. If you've only got $5,000 saved, and the market drops 40%, you've lost years of progress, so you play it safe. Lower returns mean slower growth, and that keeps you stuck. It's a feedback loop. But the instant you reach that first threshold, the fear flips. With $100,000, $300,000, or $1 million invested, a downturn stings but doesn't derail you. Your money experience is amplified. You're able to make bolder, data-driven decisions, riding out volatility rather than panicking. Have you ever hesitated to start investing because you're afraid of losing it all? Drop your story in the comments. Honest sharing here makes us all stronger. System takeaway. Wealth building starts slow because you're fighting both uncertainty and inexperience. Your early fumbles are necessary tuition. Once you've developed the right money muscle memory, you accelerate dramatically because your money choices are no longer emotional or random. They're systematic. Step 2, deliberately replace bad debt with strategic. Wealth-building debt. Here's another unspoken truth. While the average American is buried under high-interest debt, think $70,000 trucks, 22% annual credit cards, lingering student loans. Nearly all self-made millionaires have either wiped out bad debt completely or mastered good debt. According to Experian's 2023 Credit and Debt Report, adults with net worth above $1 million hold, on average, less than 1/5 the credit card debt of the general population, but 4 times the amount of secured lending, real estate, business debt leveraged for returns. So what's the difference? Bad debt drains you, money borrowed for anything that loses value, vehicles, consumer goods, vacations. The monthly payment treadmill pokes holes in your financial bucket. Good debt. Meanwhile, is money borrowed to acquire appreciating assets, cash-flowing rentals, business expansions, or leveraged investments that feed you new streams of income. Here's what happens when you cross the millionaire line. Banks compete to lend you money. You become the creditor, earning interest instead of paying it. Cheap, flexible access to capital is a secret lever for the already wealthy. That's why, when a $1 million opportunity pops up, say, an undervalued rental or business, a person with excellent credit and assets can move instantly. They have down payments ready, get prime loan terms, and close deals faster than competitors. 5 years ago, it might have been impossible. Now, they have optionality. System takeaway: kill your bad debt first, then leverage good debt for wealth-building assets. This system flips you from payer of interest to earner of interest, building a feedback loop of wealth acceleration that simply isn't available to most people. According to the Federal Reserve, net worth rises fastest in households with higher asset-to-debt quality, not just lower gross debt. If you want a checklist breaking down these exact steps, and the next 3 systems, too, download my first Million Wealth Systems checklist in the description. It's free and packed with examples, tools, and monthly milestones to track your progress. Step 3. Capitalize on the true power of compounding. This is where most people's minds are blown, and where the exponential math turns years of hard work into decades of faster wealth. Let's do the numbers. Imagine you make $50,000 a year, saving 10%, $5,000 annually, a tough but possible level of discipline. That's $5,000 a year invested. It will take you decades to save $1 million, right? Now, let's compare that to having $1 million invested in a moderately aggressive, diversified portfolio earning an 8% annual average. That's $80,000 in gains, more than your entire salary, and 15 times your own yearly savings, all without any new input. Now let's look at the compounding timeline, the part everyone underestimates. Starting from $1 million at 8% average return, you'll double to $2 million in just about 9 years. The next million takes roughly 6 years. The third, just 4 years. After that, every additional million comes in about 3 years or less. This isn't hype, just basic compounding. As Warren Buffett famously said, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." But here's where urgency comes in. Every year you wait to start. You're not just missing out on $8,000 or $16,000 in yearly growth. You're sacrificing hundreds of thousands of dollars down the line. Not acting now, one of the costliest decisions of your life. Vanguard's 2023 retirement study confirms. Every year a 30-year-old delays investing $5,000 at 7% average costs. Future you $53,872 at age 65. Multiply that by several years, and it's a 6-figure loss you'll never see again. Every year you wait isn't just a year lost. It's tens of thousands of dollars future you will never see. System takeaway: once your portfolio reaches critical mass, compounding creates financial momentum that quickly dwarfs even aggressive savings rates. The single most important variable is starting early and staying the course. Your job is to keep your contributions automatic, diversified, and consistent. And if you want to see the real numbers for your own goals, check out the link to my favorite free compound interest calculator below. Let's switch gears with a quick real-world example. Case study: Jane's millionaire timeline. Jane starts investing $500 per month at age 25 in a balanced index fund, returning 8%. After 25 years, her portfolio crosses $500,000. Not bad, but keep watching. In just 6 more years, her investments double to $1 million. After that, it only takes 4 more years to reach $1.5 million. And less than 3 years after that for her next $500,000. Jane's money is now compounding faster than she can contribute from her job. That's the reality for most millionaire portfolios. If you stay the course, the second million always comes faster than the first, unless you bail out too soon or lose your head in a market panic. If Jane's numbers surprised you, screenshot this framework now and tag someone who's waiting for the perfect time. Step 4. Play the tax code game legally and intentionally. Let's talk taxes. Most people see them as a static, unavoidable bill. Millionaires don't. They treat the tax code as a game, filled with incentives designed to reward behaviors that build wealth. The vast majority use tax-advantaged retirement accounts, 401ks, Roth IRAs, HSAs, invest in real estate for depreciation, and actively structure businesses for deductions and credits. The difference is stunning. According to IRS data, high net worth households pay a lower effective tax rate as a percentage of their total income than the middle class, again, because of legitimate legal planning strategies baked into the system. For example, every dollar contributed to a pre-tax retirement account reduces taxable income right now, instantly saving 10 to 37% depending on your bracket. Real estate depreciation lets you lower your property's reported income, shrinking your tax bill while your asset grows. Every business lunch, every qualifying education course, every legitimate home office expense. Millionaire households know how to turn costs into tax shields. To be clear, I'm not suggesting anything illegal or dodgy. I'm just pointing out, the tax system is not neutral. It explicitly favors those who use their money to build businesses, invest, and plan for the future. If you're not learning and playing this game, you're leaving tens, sometimes hundreds, of thousands of dollars on the table, all of which could be compounding for you instead. System takeaway? With the right knowledge, you can legally slash your lifetime taxes and redirect that money toward wealth building. Investments. Don't wait until you make it to learn these rules. For practical advice, check out IRS Publication 590 for official guidelines, or speak with a qualified tax professional. Results vary based on your situation. Have a favorite tax hack that saves you money? Drop it in the comments so everyone can learn. Step 5. Automate and systematize everything. The millionaire's secret weapon. Here's where it all comes together. Millionaires think in systems, not goals. The average person makes the same money choices month after month. Should I save? Should I invest? Should I pay off debt, making each decision emotionally, inconsistently? Sometimes depending on mood or the news. Millionaires eliminate mental friction with automatic, systematic processes. What does that look like? Every paycheck, investment contributions are auto-deducted before money ever hits a checking account. Emergency funds are topped off on autopilot. Investment criteria for real estate or business is written down, so deals can be disqualified instantly if they don't match. Not because of emotional hype or FOMO. Each financial decision, from spending to giving, is routed through a clear rule set established at a moment of clarity, not moments of panic or excitement. According to a 2023 Fidelity study, 89% of self-made millionaires built wealth through automated savings and investing, not just willpower or one-time windfalls. By removing the need for monthly decision-making, systems protect you from yourself, your fear, greed, and random impulses. Over a lifetime, This systematic approach outperforms nearly any one-off investment pick or guru hot tip. System takeaway. The millionaire's ultimate hack is building an engine that runs itself. Set up automatic transfers, regular contributions, hard investment rules, and let time do the heavy lifting. This is the unglamorous but life-changing secret that makes compounding work at scale. Let's pause for a self-check. Of these 5 systems, how many do you already use? Which one feels most urgent for you to implement next? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes putting it in writing is the first step to making it real. The Millionaire Accelerator. How these 5 systems create exponential growth. Here's the real kicker. Why subsequent millions come so much faster. As your portfolio gets bigger, compounding grows your money in ways that feel almost unfair. Once your invested assets cross $2 million at 8%, they'll spin off $160,000 in annual growth, more than the U.S. median. Household earns, with no physical effort. At $3 million, that's $240,000 a year. At $4 million, it's $320,000. Your money earns more in a year than most earn in their lifetimes. This is when people discover financial vertigo. The numbers get so big, you lose everyday perspective. Suddenly finding a $20 bill isn't exciting when the market moves your net worth by $50,000 in a month. And the math compounds over time, not just by the year, but by the day. Pause and calculate what 8% on your current net worth would be. Type the number below and see how close you are to compounding escape velocity. But you need to keep in mind, these are averages, not guaranteed outcomes. Markets drop. Inflation eats at your purchasing power. Your behavior still matters. For educational purposes only, actual performance will vary. And I recommend you consult a fiduciary financial advisor for recommendations tailored to your circumstances. Quick recap. The 5 systems that speed up every million. 1. Build your money muscle memory through deliberate education. Embrace early mistakes. 2. Eliminate bad debt and leverage good debt for asset building. 3. Harness exponential compounding. Act early. Urgency matters. 4. Master the legal tax code for ongoing wealth boosts. 5. Automate and systematize so wealth building happens on autopilot. Download the free First Million Wealth Systems checklist below if you haven't yet. Print it. Save it, make it your blueprint. Remember, millionaire status almost never happens by accident. And it absolutely never happens all at once. Wealth building is a process that accelerates with experience, structure, and time. There's no secret handshake, no magic investment, and no shortcut that replaces the playbook you've seen today. What separates successful wealth builders from everyone else is consistency, adaptation, and a willingness to keep learning, especially after wins, not just after setbacks. According to Fidelity, investors who stuck with their plan through down markets fared over 50% better on average than those who jumped in and out based on fear. The morale: stick with your system. Before we close, one more mindset upgrade. Millionaires see financial decisions not as, can I afford this, but does this purchase move me closer or further from my long-term strategy? When you start thinking in decades, not paychecks, you unlock the most powerful form of wealth building available. The first million is the hardest, the next come faster, and that's not a fluke. It's how money really works. Share that with someone who needs it. One more opportunity cost reminder. Every month of hesitation is not just another month stuck. It's thousands you might lose to compounding forever. Don't let current discomfort stop future success. So which of these 5 systems resonates with you most? Which will you implement this week? Drop it in the comments for yourself and for the community. Download the checklist below for step-by-step tools and calendars. And don't forget to subscribe and hit notifications, because next week I'll break down the biggest millionaire mistakes that accidentally cost people millions over a lifetime. Results shown today are illustrative and not guaranteed. Always do your own research and consider seeking professional advice before making financial decisions. Keep building. Your future self will thank you. Let's wrap things up with a quick recap and clear action steps, so you can move from inspiration to transformation. Remember, The 5 wealth systems we covered today aren't just millionaire secrets, they're repeatable, actionable frameworks. Number 1. Build your money muscle memory by embracing financial education and learning from inevitable early mistakes. Number 2. Eliminate all bad debt and where appropriate. Utilize strategic good debt that multiplies your asset base. Number 3. Harness the true power of compounding by starting as early as possible. Remember, every year's delay costs your future self tens of thousands in lost growth. Number 4. Learn and leverage the legal tax strategies that let you keep more of what you earn. Number 5. Set up automation and written systems so progress happens even when you're busy or distracted. Your immediate next step is to download the free First Million Wealth Systems checklist using the link in the description. Print it, review the steps, and set a calendar reminder to review your progress weekly. In the next 30 days, commit to implementing at least one new system, whether that's automating an investment transfer, researching your 401k options, paying down a credit card, or reading about legal tax incentives for your income level. Over the next 6 to 12 months, track your milestones and celebrate when you hit each one. First $5,000 invested, bad debt paid off, first tax deduction captured, and so on. If you want a recommendation on free calculators, check my description links for tools I personally use. Remember, you'll see the first signs of progress within weeks. More money invested, less financial stress, and the confidence of following a plan. Within a few years, the compounding effects and systematic improvements will multiply your results in ways the old, you wouldn't believe. Millionaire status is measured in decades, but acceleration happens the second you get systems in place. Download the checklist now. Comment which system you'll tackle this week. And subscribe with notifications, because next week's video breaks down the costly millionaire mistakes that could set you back by years. Want to support the Money Masters community? Share this video, and comment below with your biggest money question for 2024. I'll be answering top ones in future videos. Just a final reminder, all results shown are for illustrative purposes and not guaranteed. Markets fluctuate, tax laws change, and your specific results will vary. Always do your own research and consult a professional financial advisor or CPA to make the best decision for your situation. Stay disciplined, stay curious, and keep building your wealth, one system at a time.